My grandfather was a janitor, worked the courthouse building downtown, 40 years. It wasn't the most exciting career. He went through 3 packs a day, trying to cover his boredom in smoke. Died on the job, heart attack. What's the count? 37 DOA here in the apartment, mostly on the staircase, few others on the top floor. 7C, Cobblepot's place. Sometimes when I was a kid in the summers, my parents would ditch town and drop me off with him. He dragged me along as he mopped and wiped. He did the job amongst the commotion of the judges and lawyers and cops running the city. On our knees, scrubbing with all those chattering, bespoke folks stepping right over us. No one noticed him or me. We were like ghosts. You know the 4th of July? No. You know them. That superhero government group, all with the red, white, and blue crap. Right? They'd come out on Independence Day, all smiling on the TV. Everyone knows them. My set's on the fritz. Been meaning to get it fixed for a few years now. Soon as my bonus comes in. Well, there were 5 of them, far as I can tell. And 4 of those are dead on the stairs. No trace of the other one. I remember thinking, this is alright. If you had the right tools and enough elbow grease, you could clean up the whole city. One night, I told my grandpa I admired what he did, what he accomplished. He wiped me across the face and lit another cigarette. Then he said, another morning's coming, and this is Gotham. Everything will be covered in more bullshit soon enough. Besides them 4, all the IDs we made, almost all, are the Zips people, which only accounts for about half the bodies. The other fellows are all dead trails. Fake IDs and fingerprints that lead nowhere. It's a real mystery. No mystery, son. I seen that before. Just means the feds are involved. Shit, should I call over? They going to want jurisdiction on this. No, I don't imagine they will. 6 months earlier, just think about Haley. You're Haley. This is for your baby girl. And who did you think you get into this sty anyway? Bruce Wayne? Close. Then worry about all the rest of it later. This'll be a great commission. Haley needs to go to school. You need to pay the tuition. End of story. No moral. Like that book on sale say in bold print. If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. And in Gotham Realty, someone taking up too much space can get themselves disappeared real quick. I know that was a long walk, I told you, but some things are worth the journeying. Now, a lot of people will tell you, I'm not going to deny it, that South Robinson is not really the recommended place to live these days. But when I hear that, it just rings to me of opportunity. You're not going to find anything near like this north of Conway. Not for this price, I assure you. And I acknowledge the smell from the cod plant can get intense, but you get used to it, like living next to a waterfall. And look at this view, Mr. Cobblepot. Really, isn't it nice to look down on the city like this? Like it's all just kind of waiting on you. Holy fuck. I'm sorry. Did you not hear me? 1 please. Just mustard. Thank you. Holy fuck. You seem perturbed. Is there something I can help you with? A way in which we might move on to service. Holy fuck. You're the fucking penguin. Indeed. And I would like a hot dog. The trainer said we'd fix this. The dude promised. Stupid dog's supposed to stay right by my side even without a leash or anything. I'm going to call that guy and ask for my money back. Or at least I'm going to mean to call him and probably not do shit. What am I going to say when he says it's my fault that I'm not doing the routines? Am I going to sue a dog trainer for like $100? No, screw it. It's better to just literally do nothing. You won't get in trouble that way. Well, hello. Hey, fuck, sorry about that, man. We just had him trained. He's not supposed to, I don't know, be like any of this. Sorry. Oh, fuck. Are you going to kill my dog? Why would I kill your dog? I didn't mean it that way. I mean, he's a good dog. Of course he's a good dog. What else would he be? Are you going to kill me then? No, I suppose not. I just got into town. There's a ton to get done. Taking back my city. I can't kill you. No, I'll probably have someone else do it. Been watching him for 2 weeks now, right at his heels. Soon as the bosses got word he'd been spotted at that apartment, he wanders around the city doing nothing day after day. Far as I can tell, he's not carrying. Doesn't even have his umbrella on him, even when it's raining. And he's always alone. No backup, no bodyguard. Not the penguin anymore, more like a sitting duck. What that says to me as a professional, as someone who has done this for 20 years, who has more kills than friends, is that he wants what's coming. Couldn't live outside of Gotham, can't live in it. And who am I to not give the great bird what he's asking for? The Sips say, "Excuse me? I do apologize, I didn't quite hear you. Or rather, you were interrupted. What was it my children have to say? I see once again, the rumors are true. Their prodigal fatty has returned. Edward, looks delicious. You mind if I join you? Thank you so much. You know something? I was incredibly surprised at how much I miss you, Ozzy, in that I didn't miss you at all. Not one of your many, many pounds. So clever. Your children are cruel, but in a predictable way. One can finally do one's business in this city without worrying how a mercurial puffin will react. When did I ever limit you? Am I supposed to pretend that you and the bat didn't talk to each other? That half of the time I was in Arkham wasn't because you sent me there? For a bird, you made an excellent rat. Whack, whack, whack. Edward, please, riddle me this. You're smarter than I am. Hell, you're smarter than the bat. You could give Lex and Terrific a run for their calculators. And yet, why doesn't anyone ever take you seriously? You think they take you seriously, fatty? I'm not making fun. I have a solution, which is more than I suspect you do. What solution? It was a great deal more than half. You bitch. You're entirely correct, Edward. My children are predictable. Not least in sending you to test me after their pathetic assassin tripped over his own gun. When you go back to them, if you can talk, please give them a message for me from their ever-loving father. I'm going to kill them painfully. Is that too much? Can you remember that? Do you need me to repeat it? It's rather important. No, I'm sure it's fine. You'll get it right, won't you? You're very smart. There are 5 guards around him. 1 across the street, 2 behind him, and 2 ahead. Well disguised, well armed. Even hidden, it's not too difficult to recognize those formerly famous faces. The 4th of July, of all people. We clashed in the past. I had some disagreements with their extraordinary methods of enforcing US policies overseas. Mightily difficult adversaries when they had their powers, but they were relieved of that advantage some years ago. Whatever they are now, they can't fly. A man shot in broad daylight. The Riddler beaten half to death in an uptown restaurant. A whole city going insane, waiting to see what you're going to do. Is that a question? Is that an answer? A very unsettled man who was assaulting me was fortunately hampered in his efforts by a concerned citizen. Edward fell in his chair and I tripped over him. As I'm sure he'll tell you if you bother to ask the poor man. As for the city, I'm an impoverished, overweight ex-con living in an apartment on the east side. You are the Batman. If Gotham is having some sort of difficulty, if it needs to be fixed, it will be my presumption that perhaps that particular burden lies upon your ample, ever-square shoulders and not my own. You think I'm blind? Only as a bat. If you're back, then you're back. Same rules as before. You do as you're told. You report to me, and I let you walk. You cause problems, I put you down. Hard. Understood? Undoubtedly, Wayne has some rather impressive armor sewn into that cowl. His first plan is always to find what endangers him and counter it directly. But he is not a man who settles for only one plan. and overlooking me as he has will not necessarily leave him entirely vulnerable. That said, good armor only means one requires higher caliber ammunition. And based upon the movement allowed to his neck, I believe I do have enough to do the damage required. He should have had a third plan. Can you imagine Father's reaction were Penguin to raise his pinky and give his signal? I will pull the trigger and the bat will fall. Bits of his brain sprayed on a rooftop. The demon's favorite son dead at the hands of his greatest disappointment. The old man will be furious, probably tear his goatee off. This is the problem with dedicating one's life to service. You never get to have any real fun. I am too often asked about my childhood. What was it like? Was there raw fish everywhere? Umbrellas with guns in them lying around the house? When you came home from school, did he greet you with a friendly fin? I always tell them the same thing. Shut up and mind your fucking business, or I'll rip your fucking throat out with my teeth and chew on your Adam's apple like it was a grape gum. Yes, who is it? I'm not wasting my breath on telling you what you already know. Open the fucking door, Daddy. I'm coming, hold on. 1 second, I'm right here. Addison, how nice of you to drop by. Cool view. I wish I had more time to enjoy it. But you understand, there's just so much to do. Now that I'm back in town, maybe you should retire. You've worked really hard and you're not getting any younger. You should spend your final days enjoying yourself, enjoying my city. Being idle never brought me any joy. I just can't sit still. I'm the same way. Hell, I probably get it from you. I know about the help and your expatriates. I know St. Clair is with you, but I want you to know, Daddy, I'm going to kill them all, and I'm going to kill you, painfully. Well, look at you. Sweetie, can I have a hug? Why, of course, Daddy. My darling little girl, how did you get so big? I love you, Daddy. I love you too, Addie. When I told my grandpa I was going to be a cop, he said, a gun and a badge are nice and will get you far. But trust me on this, they can't get blood out of a carpet. Then, he went back to scrubbing as hard as he could. The one in the corner there with the umbrella, that's the Burts' son, Aiden. Still no word on the daughter. We're checking every place. All we can say for now, like her father, she's lucky enough not to be here. My God, Oswalt, what did you do?